My name is Frank Jankac. I've been conducting research into the Croatian component of internment in Canada during World War I. I tried to identify the potential Croatian prisoners of war here at Kapuskasing. So the internees themselves were the biggest help to us in placing the names on the big cairn. They were the ones that led us to do the research on finding out the original names of the internees that were buried here. We ended up putting their proper names up on top, date of death, and then the original names in English underneath. And we were able to do that for all but, I think, 6 or 7 of the internees in this cemetery.
My name is Julie Latimer. I'm the curator of the Ron Morel Memorial Museum here in Kapuskasing, and I first learned about internment when I became curator in 1990. Here we have our permanent exhibit on artwork and artifacts created by internees prisoner of war during the time of the internment camp, including this wonderful painting by prisoner 2121 Paul Jockle from 1917. We're seeing what an internee would see from, let's say, the steps of his barracks. We can see the double barbed wire fence in the back with a soldier here marching, and he has his rifle with the bayonet at the end, and he's marching here. Here's a sentry box. It's important to preserve the artifacts. It's important to not get any dirt or oil or anything on the artifacts. This is a very important part of my job. The paint on any of the artifacts, the carving, they need to be preserved for many, many generations. I want them to stay as close to the original as possible, and so these will always be on.
The interesting story about this cemetery is it shows the diversity of the internees that were buried here. Most of them had comprised roughly up to 20 different ethnic groups from within Austria-Hungary, the German Empire, Bulgaria, and the Turkish Empire. We have Bel Mazura, Ukrainian, Mikhail Herman, Polish, Dmitry Podyaluk, also known as Harry Podyaluk, Ukrainian, George Paluk, Ukrainian, Viktory Boka, who is from Romania, Jan Zadworny, Polish, Andrew Cusick, Polish, Fredko Prokop, or Fred Prokopchuk, Ukrainian. Charles Boro is actually Karlo Burul, Croatian. Alex Hassan, we had him listed as a Syrian. Mike Petron, also Ukrainian. George Smokat, Ukrainian. Mio Matiljan, Croatian. Petro Shalawilo, Ukrainian. Jan Luchak, or George Luchak, Ukrainian. Yurko Zubrin, Ukrainian. Ignaz Kalcina, Croatian. And Harry Shishul, who we have documented as Ukrainian as well. So that's German, and it's basically saying for their fallen comrades at Kapuskasing. And the Germans are on this side.
Those that
and the Austrians on the...
Yeah, Austro-Hungarian passport, I imagine.
Yeah.
As opposed to just, yeah.
And one Turk as well.
That's right.
It's amazing that they actually put this up for their fellow prisoners.
Yes.
The research is always ongoing, and we'll hope to eventually find the names of the other gentlemen as well.